Previously on Critically Stupid.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Critically Stupid, my personal favorite D&D podcast. My name is Brendan Lee Mulligan and I'm here to recap last episode. Now, as you remember, we rescued Peter from the deep with the crazy fish lady who Mel blasted off again like Team Rocket. Now, we left with Peter and Clarence in the bathysphere. We went to Troll Skull after leaving that godforsaken lagoon behind us. And we met Dustin Froon at Troll Skull, who came with a welcoming plant for us, which was very kind. Well, it was very kind until it turned out to be poisonous and Tess almost ate it. But aside from that, it was lovely. Jess Apostrophe showed up. Now, you may remember her as the comically bad thief, not to be confused with our lovely Jess, the real person. Now, Jess showed up bragging about a hint, a line she had on a new score, a goldfish. Now, I don't know if she's aware that goldfish aren't made out of gold, but I'm sure she will find out. Now, at the theater, our lobster friend Greg had kind of a Home Alone get-up with the cardboard cutouts in the windows and sculpted out Box 101 for us, just to make sure there was no traps or anything afoot. As I was waiting for something to happen outside the door, my best friend Arnold messaged somebody inside their booth and inside their mind. And I heard somebody inside say, "Well, I think that's our man." And then the door opened. I'm sure it'll be fine.
First of all, hi, Jess. I hope you had a great time in wherever in Canada you were.
I gained 4 pounds in a week.
Impressive.
Mostly because I don't poop when I travel, so it was.
I mean, who does though? Honestly,
I'm such a nervous pooper.
I mean, girls don't poop at all, right?
Well, I poop. I do all the pooping for all the women I was elected.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an election like
there's a democratic election.
Yeah.
It's like when
How often do they change it? How often do the votes happen?
years. It's like when you ratify a new union contract. It's like that. Like we all come together and we kind of decide who's going to be in charge. Kind of like electing president of the union. We're electing President Cooper.
Are there
and then we just run through the other things that are affecting women or individuals that identify as women and ratify a new contract, and we're good for another 5 years or so.
Are there pooper parties?
Gender diverse
I'm so interested.
I love the idea.
There are pooper parties, but they're always ruined. Do you know why?
Party poopers?
I didn't even have to make the joke.
I fucking hated you.
It was right there for the taking.
I mean, there are kind of parties, but mostly it's just like we text each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's more efficient
really
that
big
way.
Group chat.
Yeah.
From chat.
Yeah, exactly.
I like to think of like the meeting of all of the women on the planet is like an hour and a half of like who's the pooping president, and then like 10 minutes of like abortion rights, sort of like constitutional access to your own body.
Check.
Really important that we get Jess as the pooper though.
Yeah. She puts up with a lot of shit, so she's fine.
Jess has been the president pooper for the past 13 years in a row.
I mean, she's got a very healthy colon, so it would be really ridiculous of us to pick anybody else at this point.
But yeah, the things that have come out of my butthole. Woo.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into yet another fabulous episode of soon-to-be world-famous Dungeons & Dragons Real Play Podcast, Critically Stupid. I am Alexander James, your friendly neighborhood dungeon master and computer guy. I love all those bits and bytes. Talk to me about them. My favorite part of last episode was hands down Dianna discerning that Greg had left the note on the silver tray in the lobby of the Opera House because I thought it would cause more confusion. But I severely underestimated how smart Bessie can be. So that's on me, honestly. And I feel ashamed and buffoonered, whatever the active tense of buffoon is.
Buffing. No, I don't think there is an active tense.
I feel buffing. No, that's buffing. We got it. Anthony, why don't you go next?
I think you're a buffing idiot.
I'm Anthony. I play Arnold the Bard, and my favorite part of the last episode was definitely the whole Home Aloneing, like puppeteering of the fake character in the box. That was pretty funny. Okay, who's next? Let's see. Dianna next.
Hi, my name is Dianna. I play Mel. I also have an adorable little wolf pup, Joshua Patrick, or Josh Pat JPZ. My favorite part of last episode was probably also seeing Greg again. I'm a real big fan of Greg. I'm gonna be honest. I quite like Greg.
I'm gonna cry when someone eats him. It's gonna happen. Alex hates us. It's gonna happen.
He's gonna be the freshest NPC anybody's ever eaten.
We're all gonna be crying as we're eating him. That's just gonna happen.
So I'm allergic.
Yes.
I'll do it.
Yeah, wildly. I'm allergic too. So I mean,
and it'll be worth it. He's gonna take us with him.
Surf and turf.
I mean, there are worse ways to go.
Who's going next, Bessie?
Oh shit, I'm sorry. Who is going next? Garion.
Hi, my name is Garion. I play Gareth, and I have a little secret. I remember absolutely fucking nothing about last week's episode. I'm pretty sure I was actually kidnapped and replaced with a clone.
Are you like a pod person?
That was basically the plot to your one-off that we did for Patreon.
Yeah, exactly. My favorite part of last episode was, I don't know, you'll have to give us money to find out. Go to patreon.com/cstupid.
And if that doesn't exist yet, because I don't have my shit together, just ignore that as the insane ramblings of a deranged mind.
And up next is the lovely testicle.
The single lonely testicle. Hi, my name is Tess. My favorite part of last episode was the fact that that NPC was it Dustin
Froon.
That guy / Alex, the DM, knew that if you put a poisonous plant in the room, that Tess will try to eat it immediately. So I appreciated that, very well.
To be fair, I did go to great lengths to describe it as appetizingly as possible.
Yeah, that's fair. It sounded delicious.
Is Tess anemic? If I feel like she is pica.
No, she's a cow. That's the thing, because cows are always eating.
I thought that was like a goat thing that went for everything. Like
cows have to get real. Cows have to get real hefty somehow.
Yeah, but are they like goats where they will just go for paper?
Maybe. Tess will.
I can't wait for you to Google it and tell me in the middle of the episode when I'm doing a bunch of other shit.
I'm waiting for the perfect moment, actually.
You know what? Everybody stop what you're doing. I'll Google it right now.
Don't do that. Please don't.
Cows
we have to go.
Actually
we have a guest.
Grass. They eat the bacteria in their guts that eat the grass. Okay, next. Knew it.
I hate it here. I hate it here so much. What's up? Welcome to Critically Stupid. My name's Alex and I hate it here. Okay, so we have a guest on the show. I'm going to bring them in. As always, dear viewer, if you've stuck with us so far through our fucking bumbling 10 minutes or however long it's been, I ask your patience when we have a guest. It's always a little bit awkward getting them in and out of the scene. So just be chill and have good vibes.
Pretend like there was a really good segue.
Yeah. Smooth as hell.
What up?
It's Stevie the Wildcard, everybody.
Holy shit.
How's it going, Bessie?
Who, me?
Yes,
What's up, dude? I can't believe you kept this secret from me.
I was gonna say, Anthony, you didn't know?
No, he was like, how can I make Anthony feel betrayed on this day? He was like, how can we ruin Anthony's day more?
Zaddy Alex told me to keep it a secret, so I did.
You know how many secrets I've kept that Alex has told me to keep secret? 0. I am over 17. I have not.
17. I also told Steven to call me Zaddy, which was fun.
He had a rule. Like he sent me this
he
list.
He tell me that. He was like, listen, Alex paid me to call him Zaddy. I don't know if I should accept. I was like, you should, and we are starting an OnlyFans.
Don't step on Dianna's shtick. Hey, taking your clothes off for money and being depressed.
Well, exactly. Hot.
Wait,
and depressed.
you took the clothes off for money one too?
That's what I'm saying. She gets 2 sticks.
You get 2 sticks?
We discussed this last time. You said I could be hot or depressed, and I said, but they were both gifts from my parents, so I feel like I should get to keep them both.
Why? I have the exact same backstory. What am I supposed to do?
It's my real life backstory. Okay, so Steven's gonna play in the space with us. He's got his character sheet ready to roll. So with no further ado, we will leap into the theater. Gareth, you are standing in front of a very ornate, sort of like decorated door that opens up into a well and lavishly appointed box on the inside of the theater, high on the wall with a commanding view of the stage and the audience beneath. And you are looking at 2 silhouettes. You make it quite difficult to make them out from where you're standing.
Have I like opened the door, or am I like peering through the crack?
Well, you tell me, bro. I think the door swung open at the end of last episode, but it would be up to you. I can't imagine Gareth would just kick in the door and be what's up. That's
well, me neither. But I remember the cliffhanger being like I was confronted by someone. No,
they addressed you, like they knew you were on the other side of the door, but you don't necessarily. I mean, you could play however you want.
I'm just gonna like casually move to the side of the wall,
like, away from the door.
Well, no, it's like the same side that the door is on, but like next to the door. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all right. You're gonna swing with the door.
Yeah. So that when they open it, I'm like behind it. Unless it opens inward, then I'm boned.
No, you hear a voice say, "Now, my dear boy, don't be shy. We have arranged this meeting, and it is about time. I mean, it is an equal exchange of information and minds. There is no need to be duplicitous."
Do I recognize this voice, or is this a new character voice?
This is a new character.
Cool. It's the sheriff from Rango.
It is the sheriff from Rango. Oh no, what happened to Jess? She just melted off screen. That's crazy.
Oh my god, she's dead.
I hope nothing happened in the chat while I was doing stuff. Anyway, Gareth, what's up?
Could you imagine if that's how Jess left the show? If like in one day in the middle
Stevie,
of it...
you put your fucking keyboard down. Stevie, you stop touching me.
I saw that there was a chat option. Anthony, I never use a chat option because it's just us. So I'm like, chat? You saw like my eyes light up, right? I was like, oh.
I'm in this.
I'm going to be honest, I'm so sad because for a second I thought everybody was laughing at my sheriff from Rango joke.
No, that's why we were laughing. That was a top tier joke.
So has the door opened?
The door's open.
Am I hidden behind it all stealthily?
You feel like you're hidden behind it very stealthily.
Well then, I guess. Are they doing that thing that where they look at? They're like, "Who's there?" You know, like classic.
Yeah, you see a guard from the famous Elder Scrolls video game Oblivion step up and go, "Who's that? What's that noise? Who's there?"
Oh, and then I stay still for long enough. He's like, must have been the wind.
Yeah, it must have been a rat. It's crazy. He makes dead eye contact with you and then just pretends that you weren't
like,
there.
Definitely a rat. And he shuts the door.
Those man-sized rats.
So is one person or did I hear 2?
You heard one person.
Am I the only one here? Where's the rest of the gang?
They stayed up in the upstairs box.
We're actually just watching the show with Greg.
Yeah, they're really enjoying the performance.
Yeah.
On stage, I think there's like a male dancer sort of like warming up. He's singing and doing a ballet dance, which is very impressive. You are here for an opera after all, so the occasion is extravagant.
I think I'm gonna wait for this fella to go back into this booth and then go back and meet the gang.
Okay.
Wow.
So you said it like how my teacher would look at the test I handed in like
yeah, I was gonna say like you don't sound bad, but you do sound disappointed.
Yeah, do I sound like somebody stepped into a scene only to abandon it? Do I sound like that?
It kind of sounds like somebody wants to rejoin the party and not have a split scene. I'm doing it for the content. Lie.
I'm sorry. I'm confused.
Okay. Or if it's easier. Hey, it's me, Gareth.
No, what's up, Dianna?
No, I don't know if I just zoned out for a minute there, but like, so we sent Gareth to go check out the box, or wherever. He opens the door to look in, and that's where we're at, and you're literally leaving right now?
So, okay, I went to go scope out the scene. I got to the scene and heard someone, so I hid by the wall. The door opened. So now I'm waiting for him to close the door so I could go and tell you what I saw, because that's typically what you do when you scope scenes out.
But all you saw was a person sitting in the box.
Yeah, but it's somebody who wants to apparently make a deal with us, the party, not with me, Gareth.
Did you get any details?
I mean, it's
no. I'll ask you when you come back.
Here's what happens.
It's like a thin character because he's a chicken.
You make it about 10 steps away from the door when you hear a voice come from the doorway and say, excuse me, because you would be, I'm guessing by the way that you are sort of fleeing, sort of tucked into the imaginary shadow there, that you would be the rogue Gareth, yes?
No.
Garion,
my name.
I'm Tess. Moo.
Floon.
Dear boy, I do not believe that. I believe Floon is the sort of red-headed gentleman, sort of more of a buffoonish sort. You strike me as more of a character, sort of a player character, you could say. You don't seem to have that stink of NPC energy that I got rolling off me in waves.
Now, if I were to throw the stick at you, you would have to roll a dexterity save, no?
Gareth, you turn to see a portly gentleman in a festooned silk tunic standing in the doorway. He has a black felt cap bound in gold tucked jauntily on his head. And he has like locks of very tightly curled red hair and a red goatee that's twirled into like a little devil's curl at his chin. And he sort of like gestures at the box. He says, please, I mean you no harm. If you would like to go back to your party, I assure you, I'm sure they're here somewhere. Maybe they're scoping out the situation to make sure I am trustworthy. I would expect nothing less from an up-and-coming band of adventurers.
I left my knife with Arnold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I'll have a seat then, I suppose.
Cool, thank you. I'm glad it took us this long to get here.
Quit being a bitch. Took us a whole episode to get into a damn painting.
It's true. It's true.
It's so true.
Okay, you step in, and Gareth, there are actually multiple seats in this box. There's this gentleman sits down in one that's next to a vacant one, sort of at the front, but behind him, you actually hear a surprised intake of breath, and you see City Watch Captain Rain sitting. She is dressed in a very elegant sort of suit, tuxedo scenario,
like a pantsuit, like
pantsuit. That's what it's called. I forgot that it was called a pantsuit. And she is surprised to see you, and she says, "Oh, Gareth, it is welcome."
Why so surprised?
I took these tickets as a gift to Monsieur Mert here. He invited me to be his guest. I did not expect that you would be joining us. I do sound a little bit like Rainier Neverember right now, but that's because I only have like 6.5 character voices, baby.
Just cycling through.
Just rolling like a Rolodex.
You just spin the wheel and
So you see Captain Rain, and this gentleman sits down, and he sits down with kind of like a huff, and like the chair rocks a little bit. And he grabs, he reaches to his side and grabs into like a dry canister, and pulls out like a fistful of something, and he starts fiddling in his hands, and he says, "Now, dear boy, do have a seat, will you? The show is starting, and I don't want you to miss a single second of it. Now, you told, I'm sorry, my men tell me that you and your band of well, ruffians isn't the right word, but so we'll call them sort of roguish types. Stand for sort of you've got a good sort of character about you. I hear that you've done good deeds around the city."
More by coincidence than anything else, but I suppose
you bought the haunted establishment on Troll Skull Manor and sort of dealt with the insidious spirits therein, did you not?
Well, yeah. Have you seen the haunted discount on the real estate? It's like 80%.
My dear boy, is it 80%, you say?
It's insane. And honestly, the trick to getting rid of ghosts, don't just... They're still in there.
I hear numerous reports that you and your band are good, upstanding sorts. And as such, I would like to offer, per se, an olive branch. I represent a sort of powerful organization that could assist you in sort of your endeavors. I think there's an opportunity here for sort of mutual aid. We are, of course, governed by a powerful benefactor. I think you have encountered her sort of occasionally throughout your travels, and she has asked me to make an official offer, sort of as for a trial of sorts.
She wouldn't happen to be old and wheelchair bound, would she?
No, as far as I'm concerned, the last time I saw her, Lady Haventry did have use of both her legs. But
oh, hold on, did he like already say her name?
No, that's the first time.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Haventry. What, that name sounds familiar.
So she's sort of powerful noble behind the scenes here in Waterdeep. She's not quite on the closed council because she doesn't like to make herself so conspicuous, but she does run in sort of the headiest circles of the city. Above table, Gareth, you probably remember that name from the House of Inspired Hands. Lady Ramalia Haventry was one of the names that High Priestess Charlie threw around as sort of like one of the people who stopped by asking about the Nimblewright.
So you say...
Wasn't there another instance with her too? Was that the first we heard her?
I think that's the first you heard of Lady Ramalia Haventry, because the other one was Lady Yala Gralhund, which is where the Battle of the Bards was, and that's where we met Tess, etc.
Okay.
Cutting up briefly to the box upstairs. Arnold, Tess, Dianna, Mel. Arnold, Tess, Mel. You see this performance start. People start dancing across the stage, singing. It's a good performance. Arnold, would you like be more interested in the sort of like what's going on with your best friend, or are you enraptured by a performance?
No, I'd be totally just only watching Garion. Like only watching Gareth. Like 100%. Like my ear would hear the music and I'd probably be like judging it a little, but mostly I'm watching Gareth. And I think at this point, I imagine I've seen him walk into the box. Would I have seen Rain, Captain Rain, and everyone?
I don't think so. I think that if you had noticed Captain Rain, it would have been right off the rip. It's obviously dark in the theater, lights on the stage. So she is probably hidden in shadow. I think having your eyes trained on the box, you probably saw this gentleman come back in and sit down and then reach to his side for something out of your eye line.
Okay.
And now he is talking with Garion.
Gotcha. Okay. Can I, since I'm the one speaking, I'd like to cast message to Gareth, and I want to be like, do you need me? Do you need help? Are you in trouble? Blink 3 times if you're in trouble. No, blink 4 times if you're in trouble. If you're not in trouble, blink 3 times. And I want to.
Gareth just doesn't.
No, but okay, but But I message, so I'm like, oh wait, okay, no, you can respond. That's this whole thing. I forgot. I just learned how to do this. I'm sorry.
Still working on it.
Yeah. So he can respond, and no one else can hear him except for me. So.
Is this that thing where like you can respond in your head?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go. Arnold. As long as you have my knife, I will probably be okay.
Okay. So let me see. I don't know if I can. Since I just got the spell, I don't know if I'm allowed to do more than one. I think it's just one message back and forth.
I think it's
right?
1 and 1 for
it's
right
one
now.
and one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So I
should have said something important, like Captain Rand is up here. Oh well.
Too late.
Okay.
Too late.
No,
Beefed
it's cool.
it.
So I looked to everyone else, and I'm like, he doesn't want.
It sounds like Captain Rand is up
He
there.
doesn't. I can read his lips from here. I'm very good at this. No, so I say to the others, I'm like, he says just make sure his knife isn't down there. He doesn't want the knife. So I look at Mel and I'm like, don't let me bring him this knife. I want to bring him this knife. I know he wants this knife, but he also doesn't want the knife there. He wants it here, but I have trouble with this for some reason in the past.
Wait, so he wants me to bring him the knife? He wants Tess to
Mel
bring him
is just going to say, how about you give me the knife to hold on to?
I just immediately hand her the knife. I'm like,
don't worry
guard
about
this.
it.
I'm like, guard this with your life. Also,
Right off the rip.
I was like, consider bringing it to Garion though. Like, I think he might need it.
Mel just like throws it and it lands with a thunk onto the stage.
I was gonna say she throws it at Gareth and stabs him in the shoulder.
So, but essentially, I want to. So I turn to Mel and Tess, and I say, and Greg, of course, and I say, he doesn't seem like he's worried or concerned. I think as long as the knife is, his safety net to get away, he's fine. What do you think? Should I go down there? I think I should go down there. My friend needs me. I think my friend needs me, guys.
I think if he said he's fine, we should just.
I'm on my way.
Wait. Just stick around.
You're going. I'm going.
No, but nobody's gonna go.
How far away is it, Alex?
It's probably Crow flies probably about like 75 to 100 feet, like across from you, because you're sort of on opposite ends of this theater.
How many cow lengths is that?
Like if for example, one of our party members was to hurl herself off the banister of this box and sort of let Jesus take the wheel.
Yeah, hypothetically speaking.
If I were to drop a cow on the box.
I mean, you could get 2 cow lengths across the theater, and then I think that's like 25% of the way there. But also consider, please, the deliberateness of which I've built the scene is you are standing over hundreds of innocent civilians who have done nothing wrong.
Wait, you said it might be up to 100 feet away, but 2 cow lengths?
No, if you jumped off the balcony, you could get 2 cow lengths. You're not gonna make it.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
See, I know that Alex is like, oh, you wouldn't dare harm these civilians.
Yeah, that's so
I'm just thinking about like, dude, imagine the like quadruple kill, like
combo.
Yeah, I sneeze and get like 20 assists.
Okay, so Arnold, you jump up, potentially to run. If you'll remember, you are in one of the smaller boxes, only a couple of chairs here, and Greg, the junior detective shellfish agent, has rigged up a cardboard silhouette of like strings and tape to sort of ambulate and wave like a fantasy puppet. I guess that would just be a regular puppet. And when you turn, Arnold, you hear a ripping sound. Very loud, like dozens of sheets of paper ripping.
Arnold, your pants.
My pants. Yeah.
You split your ass, and you feel the refreshing breeze of cold air on your buns. But also, sitting in the place of the cardboard man ambulating with strings and tape is Stevie Wildcard. If you want to step into the scene, please.
Hello. How are you?
I jump up like ah! Do I recognize this person at all?
You
Stevie
do.
Wildcard.
You recognize the form of Stevie
I had
Wildcard.
my best friend of 20 years. Did you
I
know
had
him
my
or not?
boots on the table. I was at the feast.
No way. Okay, it's actually Stevie Wildcard. Okay. That's fantastic. Wonderful.
What does he smell like? Stevie, what do you smell like?
This is the weirdest phone
like
sex
a
ever.
like a summer breeze over the salt waters on the Gulf.
Saltwater smells like bad, so I got
a little bit like shrimp French toast, just like a smidge of shrimp French toast.
You're telling me.
Yes. Vindication.
One of the reasons I come to this realm, actually.
Casually dropping that he traverses over. What the fuck? Hey guys, this episode we met a fourth dimensional deity.
So I look at him and I'm just like, whoa, yeah, hi. I remember. Do you remember me? You gave me one of those cards. I don't think I have it anymore. Do you have another one of those cards? I don't want to take all your cards, but if I could have one more of those cards, it'd be really cool.
I'm sorry, good sir. You have the card that I had for you. I do have other cards, but none for you.
Okay, so I put on a fake mustache. How about this guy?
You just put on a fake mustache, or you just hold up your finger.
Do you have a card for me, sir?
Hold on, roll for deception.
Yeah. So no, okay. So I look at Stevie Wildcard and I'm like, okay, I understand. I don't want to be greedy anyway. Everyone gets a card. That's really cool. But my friend is down there, and I don't, not to be rude, but we only met you the one time. How do you know Greg?
I don't know that guy at all. What the fuck?
Yeah, basically.
is the screech of panic from the lobster behind you.
Greg is always my favorite character, and when we eat him, I will cry.
I feel like Greg would be alarmed by the shrimp toast smell.
Greg is alarmed. Oh shit. Greg is alarmed, but more alarmed is Josh Pad. Josh Pad is freaking out about this stranger and is barking. And you guys are starting to draw attention from other boxes in the theater as people lean over and sort of go, "Oh my god, did she bring her dog? You can't bring your dog."
Okay, I brought my dog. Oh my god, he is in a service dog. Okay,
he's an emotional support wolf.
And so actually he's like full on 88 fantasy ADA. And it's real shitty of people to treat disabled people like that. However, I would probably be also startled by somebody random showing up and then Greg being all like, I don't fucking know that guy. So I think that I would probably kind of like go to pull the whole bow and get ready to, I don't shoot him if I have to, and just probably what I say? You need to explain yourself.
Me? Okay. So, can I be like, I know Tess is not a fan of like my magic camp bullcrap, but like, can I like pull out like a piece of meat from my coat and hand it to Josh Pad as like kind of like a memory from that sequence?
Yeah, can I give him a piece of beef, a big old steak? Yeah, I'm sure that'll make Tess feel better.
Stevie Wildcard, you absolutely can. I think you reach into your jacket. Stevie, do you want to flip a card and figure out what you pull out?
Yeah. Oh, so we're doing the card thing. We're not going to do the dice thing.
Let's do a card. Let's do a card for now, and then we'll use it throughout the episode as a little flair. Garion, why are you not in frame?
Because I dropped one of my beautiful limited edition Libris Arcana dice on the ground.
Great. Keep them on your desk. What'd you get, Stevie Wildcard?
I pulled a 9, which is...
Is it a veal? Is it veal?
9 of hearts.
9 of hearts. Okay. Stevie Wildcard reaches into his jacket and seemingly from an invisible pocket pulls out half a cut of juicy, medium rare ribeye steak. That as soon as he like pulls it out, you smell actual like cooked steak in this theater. Like he just like had a hibachi grill back there.
Arnold gasps for his friend Tess. Just like...
Tess is immediately like she literally changes into a cow immediately.
This guy
she just doesn't say anything. She just makes eye contact, and then one hoof is doing like the scratching the ground.
I know it's a travesty. This guy eats beef and all, but if we gloss over, he just keeps cooked meat in his pockets. He's like, oh, perfect.
Maybe in my pockets.
Love it.
I think the attention from the other boxes increases as there's like a cow that's sort of like, I imagine like mooing threateningly now.
Yeah.
Tess, can you give us your best threatening moo, please?
To be fair, I asked if I could give him a chicken drum because I knew, but he's like totally putting the ribeye in my coat. I was like going like slightly not as, but anyways. Tess is mad. Charge and go.
We still haven't gotten a threatening moo from Jess.
I never agreed to a threatening moo.
Well, Alex doesn't agree to a lot of sound effects, and I'm just trying to be fair.
Alex signs himself up for the sound effects.
That's weirdly thoughtful. Thank you. I will be the only. I will be the only person that's forced into doing. Yes. Oh, by the way, dear Spotify listener, first of all, we don't rely on visual gags at all, so we appreciate you. And also, Tess is wearing a cow hat.
It's
anyway,
fuzzy.
video watchers, look how funny that hat is.
It's
Great hat.
fuzzy.
Hey,
Actually,
It's fuzzy.
it's quite cool looking. Yeah, Arnold. I forgot what I was going to say. Go for it.
All right. I was basically
high.
so he gives Josh Pat the steak.
I don't think Josh Pat would eat it though, because you know how you can train dogs that they don't eat things unless you give them permission to. There's like videos of them with like so he's getting there with the training, but that's something we touched on immediately because I never wanted him to eat something that would be potentially bad for him. So he doesn't eat it, but perhaps
plus it smells like me.
And that too, he loves Tess, so he's not going to eat it. But I like to think he might be a little confused. He might do that little like dog thing where they're confused and they kind of cock their head to the side, and it's like the cutest fucking thing.
Yeah, he's got one ear up and then the other ear like flops over.
Oh my God. He just kind of cocks his head to the side, like where did that come from? Type deal.
He does stop barking though, I think, for the moment.
That's fair. Mel would not be reassured by the fact that this man keeps meat in his pocket.
Oh, hey, I think important world building here. Gareth does eat beef, but only because he thinks that beef is different from cow.
Amazing. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket. And it's gonna be so relevant later, guys.
It's gonna be like the most relevant piece. It's gonna tie the whole story together.
Absolutely.
So Arnold sees this and he's just like, how did you do that? Where did you keep the rest of the? And I kind of look at Tess and I'm like, how did you?
The hole missing.
The rest of the. I'm guessing. I like your magic tricks, and I feel like you're a good guy. You were nice to us. You gave us free stuff. You're trying to give the one of my new best friends, Josh Pat, free stuff. However, will you please let us understand what you're doing here, friend? My new best friend, Stevie Wildcard.
So outside of character, how much am I? Okay. Do I give him the whole spiel, Mr. Dungeon Master?
You give them exactly.
Plug our ears.
Tess remembers that you're see-through, and she's kind of just like trying to slap you in the head with her hoof, but it's just going.
See, for a regular person, that would kill them.
Tess, make a roll an attack for me, please, real quick.
Yeah.
She's kind of more just like trying to smack him on the head. Okay, how do I do that?
But yeah, and do like a cool, friendly, non-lethal.
This is how you treat your guests. It's wonderful.
Welcome to Critically Stupid, where we're gonna lightly smack you with a cow hoof.
Well, we're really stupid where you eat your cast members.
I did love the joke.
It wasn't from you.
Like a hole appeared in Tess's side.
Yeah,
I thought that was
have
really funny.
I have one less rib.
Roll a d20 and add 1 to it, please, Jess.
I'm gonna roll my actual d20 dice. Look how beautiful. I forget where it's from.
Oh, is that a beautiful limited edition special
dreamsicle?
That is real pretty.
Yeah. And I haven't even swallowed it yet.
Stupid 20.
I got 1.
You're rolling that
These
one.
These dice are broken.
Damn! After all that work I went through,
that was the first time I've ever rolled.
He's a sponsor.
D&D dice.
These dice are broken. Our first sponsor.
Jess's first ever real life dice roll is a nat 1. That's so fucking funny.
That tracks, yeah. Okay, this
I just want you to know that my first ever real dice roll was a nat 20. So
I do not remember mine.
Sure, but you can't remember what happened 2 episodes ago.
Because it was a whole thing in the first episode. It's all downhill from here. Remember, we all
that is the first name of our series.
I don't remember.
That's true.
I think it's because like the first roll of the podcast was a 20.
Yeah,
Stevie
like
Wildcard, you see this cow sort of like pick up a hoof very threateningly, then just like airball whiff like 6 inches from your head.
And then like slaps herself or something somehow. Okay, cool.
We were cool, Tess.
Cool.
No need for violence. I'm not here as your enemy. I promise you all that.
Sus.
Huh?
Sus.
Yeah, Mel's still suspicious.
Tess is just saying that. She's just heckling you while you
So my character, seeing like basically, I mean, well, Gareth isn't here, but Mel and Tess are just not having this guy at all. The dog is kind of like maybe changing, a little confused. So I just immediately look to Arnold, who's like, you know, obviously excited that I'm here at least.
I'm still looking in his coat, trying to figure out where the rest of the steak is. Like I'm like Arnold's just trying to figure out if he keeps
patting him down.
Is there more?
Where's the rest of the cow?
Where's the rest? Yeah.
I've heard this man claim how many friends he's had, so I try to appeal to that in him. So I look to him.
Just glares at Arnold to see if he'll betray her.
Arnold, on the count of 3, I want you to name your favorite dinosaur. Okay.
I love this so much.
1, 2, 3. Velociraptor. Oh, damn it.
Oh, shit.
Love it. Oh, I love it.
What's a dinosaur?
I said Barney.
I mean, he's got that. Well, he has, Barney is kind of relevant because he's got that magical bag where you can kind of pull everything out of too. So,
does he?
Does he?
I guess I'm not hip to the
Barney backpack. What? I mean, they always pull like, with our imagination in the Barney bag, let's see what we can. And they just pull out all sorts of crafts from that magical bag of his.
In the Barney bag.
Is this like a recent?
No, we're talking 90s Barney.
I am not as deep in the paint on Barney lore as I thought I was.
Yeah,
I mean, it goes deep. You have to there's multiple. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really know anything more than that. But there is a Barney bag. I can assure you of that.
Diana, really quick, can you give me a perception check, please?
Oh God, bees! It's always bees. Hold on. I got a 19. No
hot
bees
damn
here.
19's quite good. You notice Mel out of the corner of your eye. So you're sitting sort of like on one edge of this theater. You've got sort of a sight line into a little bit of backstage because of like the wings and the way the curtains work. You notice a little bit of a commotion building in the wings of the stage, sort of behind the lights. You're too far away to notice like exactly what it is, but you see figures gathering and sort of like gesturing sharply.
This is happening
backstage.
Where? But I can see backstage?
Yes. A little bit, because of like how sightlines in theaters work. If we had maps, this would be really easy. But we don't have maps. It's all in the theater of the mind.
Yeah, so I didn't take drama in high school, so I really don't understand what.
Wow, sorry, you were cool.
What I'm imagining is like, yes, like we're kind of like seated like so far on the side of the theater that we're seeing like through the curtain.
Must be to be able to see.
You can see the stage mostly, but you'll also see that little 1 foot in between the curtain and the backstage. Is what I'm guessing.
I just see people gesticulating wildly.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, Mel wouldn't think anything. It's the fucking theater. I mean,
absolutely.
She's not, unless there's something in particular to draw her attention to make her think it's anything the least bit concerning. I mean, she might look just, her attention's drawn to see people waving around, but unless something obviously happens, she wouldn't think twice.
Okay, perfect.
So I'm guessing nothing obviously happens.
Nope. It's people gesticulating wildly.
Then they may gesticulate wildly, and Mel remains focused on Stevie Wildcard, still trying to figure out what is happening and why he's here. So she would probably still hand kind of on the bow, you have not really explained yourself, sir. I need to know more. What are you doing here? Why are you here? What do you want?
What else do you have in your pockets?
It's not what's in my pockets, but so yes, I know this.
Are you like pulling from other planes? That's weird.
You could call it that.
He's pulling from nature's.
Nature's plane.
But it's like portal. He's just got like portal, in his.
Yeah, like the cake is alive. Like there's just orange and blue,
Right. Exactly. And then just pulls from. Yeah.
No, I like that he's pulling from his butt.
Okay, that's
the
fine.
meat pocket.
It's a very small portal, but it'll work, I guess.
Could we not call his butt the meat pocket?
I love
Just
that
a
name.
family
I
show.
mean, that's been Anthony's nickname for it for 20 years. So
meat pocket. Yeah.
Only thing
Anyways, so since I have observed this group for some time, I know how.
How?
He watches the podcast.
Like when we're in the shower?
A super meta character.
He's a big fan of the show.
He's a big fan.
My character just cuts to it because he knows this group is sus of everybody except for Arnold. He tried to appeal to Arnold. Arnold wasn't even, I mean, he was kind of playing, but so he just cuts to the nitty gritty and he's just like, listen, I am running from something. It's coming for me and it will claim you too.
Is that what a dinosaur is? Like, is it a dinosaur?
Is it whatever killed that cow in your
yeah. You asked me a question. I tried my best because I've never heard of a dinosaur. As far as I know, I don't know if there are dinosaurs in this world. I've never seen one.
Oh my God! It's the Spanish Inquisition.
It's the Great British Museum.
No, and
that's all.
And I just take all your shit.
I just concede to all of that just to try to gain any focus onto this mission at hand. And I'm just like, yes, this horrific monster known as a dinosaur butchered this cow, and I grabbed one of its steaks just in case it could be useful, and I brought it with me on my journey.
And then they tried to convert me to Catholicism.
Can I tell if he's lying? Can I do a check to see?
Roll an insight check, please.
Okay, of course.
Regardless, Mel buys none of it. She buys none of it, whether he's lying or telling the truth. At least this part about him pulling.
Yeah.
You know, whatever. While Arnold's doing that, she's just gonna say, I'm sorry, did you say something's coming for you? They're coming for us too. Are they coming for us because you're here near us? Because if that's the case, I kindly invite you to leave.
As she knocks an arrow.
Really quick, Arnold, give me a clean cut of that
Sorry. I rolled a 10 on insight.
Okay. Hey, yo, Stevie, are you lying? I don't think so.
No, I'm being pretty honest.
Yeah.
It's like white lies at worst. You know what I'm saying?
He's exaggerating.
Listen, Arnold.
I'm feeding into their fears, but I'm telling the truth. You know
what you get is exactly that. He's feeding into your fears, but he's telling the truth, or at least he believes he is.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. So,
but Stevie, more nascent than that is Mel has invited you to leave. I believe was sort of the immediate request.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Mel. I need you guys, and you guys need me.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
What was the cow's name?
Agatha.
Alex, can I try to heal the stick?
Can I point out how much
the paradoxical cow that doesn't exist? Can I heal the state?
What did you just say? I'm sorry. You want to heal the dead cow?
Hey, if the cow's soul
I mean, if one of you was like a necromancer, we might be able to do something here.
Oh, but I can heal things.
Why?
Can you bring them back from the dead? Can you bring them back from the grill?
Right. No, necromancer was one of the things I was looking at today, but I didn't pick it.
Why does Mel hate guest episodes? She threw our last guest into the ocean. Now she just asked this one to leave.
At least she asked and didn't yeet him into the side of the theater.
Kicks him off
I mean,
balcony.
There's still time. If you don't start answering questions, first of all, you know, the steak was a poor choice. If you've been watching us, secondly, I don't recall needing much of anybody, so please help me understand why I need you.
She's an independent woman who don't need no wild card.
Heard that confidence.
Just another mediocre white man.
Ooh, mediocre, huh?
It's a thing. If you'd seen the other episodes, like a running.
I tried. I caught up as much as I could, but
that's more work than I've put in.
I feel like I have some good details, but anyways. You do need me. I have seen your kind, what you are, fall hundreds,
Oh, that's something
thousands.
coming from a mediocre white man. What's my kind?
Ooh.
Yeah, what?
The adventurer.
Nice save. Continue.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
I mean, these
We'll allow
adventurers
it.
are specifically from one sub-race, though, so let me just get into the details there.
Oh,
I'm
God.
just
Oh,
kidding, I'm
hey.
just kidding.
I've never been more sweaty in my life. What's going on, dear listener?
No, I'm just kidding. No.
The last episode of Critically Stupid.
Yeah.
But
The
no,
one where
I
they're
have
canceled.
I have seen over the course of many
Moons.
realms, moons,
How old are you?
suns. I don't really go by
17.
age.
You know, just
not really
just
time
keep,
where you're from?
focus.
I don't do that.
Not you, him. Ignore
Also,
what they're
you a
saying.
little bit.
Answer
like,
my question.
The wild card in his head right now is determining that like Arnold and Tess are probably the two best ones to talk to, but Mel is obviously the de facto leader here. So he starts to pick up on this and realizes that he kind of needs to win her approval, if anyone. So I don't know if this is okay yet, Alex, but
It's your show, Stevie Wildcard.
okay. Mel, would you pick a card?
Does Arnold immediately start crying because I get a card?
I admire so much that Stevie Wildcard is like, I got to windmill over. How do I do that?
Yeah, let me do something mysterious. Like here's a magic
Unpredictable.
trick. Like
There's
Mel's
no-
like
So
There's no way that's going to come from the guy that did a sleight of hand D20 roll disappear while I thought nobody was looking, right?
Mel
work?
is just like, you couldn't just pull a quarter from behind my ear? What is this? Why am I picking a card? She's very suspicious.
She is, but this card is for her, and it's very pertinent to her.
He pulls a chicken breast from behind her ear.
No, I'm strictly pulling like asparagus and okra from here on out.
Oh,
now.
bless.
Just a straight
Jar
raw
of
chicken
hummus.
breast.
Don't worry, I have a vegan pocket too.
Vegan pocket. No, I was kidding. Anyways, sorry, like a hot pocket. Never mind.
No, I got it. I loved it.
We got it. I mean, there might be like some sort of like copyright trademark thing there, but
I am
Not
going to
a
have to
sponsor.
bleep that.
no,
unless
And people are just
Hot
gonna get
Pocket
the
wants
most
to
heinous
sponsor us,
bullshit.
in which case, I mean, we can all eat Hot Pockets while we record.
Beef ones.
Mel is kind of she doesn't love it, but she does recall that the last time a card was picked, he went away. So she's like, maybe I'll make him go away this time too. So she just kind of sighs and is like, I will humor you. And picks
Pluck a card from my 3 stack. These cards aren't like the cards you're thinking of. They're not magic trick cards. They're actually tarot cards. And
That's what I thought they were.
Yes,
Oh.
yeah.
well, I mean, I was kind
Let me cut in here really quick. Diana, give me a perception check for the cards.
Didn't I already do this?
No, you did one for the stage.
I
Tess, actually, you give me a perception check too.
How do I do that?
Roll a d20 and you add your perception bonus to it.
I don't like the D20.
Can't possibly be real because that's a Libris Arcana die, and they are a limited edition, delightful company. That
listen,
sends
they're
dice
helping
right
my.
to you.
I mean, it's not it's better than B with the bonus. It's actually a 15. So hey, Libris Arcana dice making me see more than B.
Libris Arcana weighted dice, everybody.
I got an 8, and when my perception is +4. So
All right, so you got a 12. Bestie, the cards that Stevie the Wildcard effortlessly cascades from one hand to the other to slide in front of you are a deep cobalt green, bordered with like a dark, almost forest brown. In the blur of motion as he slides these 3 cards effortlessly in front of you, sort of on the railing of this balcony standing over this theater. In the blur of motion, it almost reminds you of like Forests of Home, or like
Cobalt is blue.
I said,
That's what I thought.
did I say cobalt?
You
You
said
said
cobalt
cobalt
green, and literally
Cobalt
all of
is
us.
yellow.
No, yeah, it's a new
Literally
type
all
of
us
green.
did the Josh Pat like confused thing.
I
you've
didn't hear
never-
the rest
we
of what
all
you
had
said.
puppy ears.
No.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we
double
were
down.
all
You've
like,
never
what?
heard of cobalt green?
No, you guys are weird, actually.
Yeah. Garion and I know what cobalt green is, and it's beautiful. And
Yeah,
it
I
reminds you of
draw
home.
stuff, so I would know. Guys, I have to pee.
All right, let's take a break. roll time. What's going on, everybody? This is Alexander James. I am your friendly, critically stupid dungeon master. Give me just a couple of seconds. I will have you right back to the episode after some brief announcements. First of all, hi, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. I'm so glad that you stuck with us halfway. We are playing, as always, Waterdeep, Dragon Heist, an official Dungeons & Dragons module written by Chris Perkins, Scott Fitzgerald Gray, Kim Mohan, and, of course, Michelle Carter. If you or any of your Boy Scout troop or Cub Scout troop or Girl Scout troop or any kind of small person troop are looking to get into D&D, I highly recommend you go to dnd.wizards.com. Check out all of the dope equipment they have there for you. They've got pens with erasable ink. They've got lunar landing modules that you can build that are sort of fantasy themed. They look like dice, I'm pretty sure. And then they've also got books that have words in them, and I read some of them occasionally, but not all of them because that's what nerds do. And I'm not a nerd. I'm a big jock. I play football and I wear cleats. If you would like to end up as a character on our show, you can tweet us at CritStupid. We're also trying a new thing. We're on TikTok now, which sounds like the oldest thing in the world to say. It makes me sound like a boomer, but we are on TikTok. Our username is the same, at CritStupid, across all socials. If you tag us in a post, either on TikTok or Twitter or wherever, at CritStupid, you can end up as a character on our show. We are, as always, doing that big subscription push on YouTube, trying to get to that magical number of 1,000 subscribers so that we can monetize the show, get access to better recording software, better lights, better cameras, to generally offer you a better show. So if you haven't yet, I would very, very much appreciate it if you could subscribe to Critically Stupid's YouTube channel. If you listen to us audio only, if you could leave us a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts or a rating on Spotify, anything to help us get pushed up in those numbers so that when we do get in front of new listeners, we've got the algorithm behind us, which, I mean, listen, in today's modern internet era cannot be overstated. So thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for reviewing. Thank you for leaving a rating. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. And I think that's all I got for you. All right. I love you. You take it squeezy out there. Bye. Bessie, thank you so much for joining me on this fantastic Libris Arcana ad. I'm so stoked that you're here. Would you like to tell me a little bit about your experience with these fantastic Libris Arcana dice?
I would love to tell you about my experience with the fantastic Libris Arcana dice. I credit the Libris Arcana dice with curing my alcoholism, actually. Yeah, so if you watch the show, which you absolutely should be watching the show, you'll notice that my character has historically always rolled better when I'm drinking. So I drink on the show like a lot. But and this is true. This is not a bit. This is not even for the ad. This is 100% true. If you've watched the show, I roll better with the Libris Arcana dice, and I don't even have to be drinking. So thanks to Libris Arcana, my alcoholism is cured. Also, they're just gorgeous. They're really, really gorgeous dice, and they're definitely a showstopper when people see them. When people in my life have seen them, they're really, really beautiful, great quality. And again, I mean, I'm rolling like a champ, and I haven't had a drop.
If you would like to have your alcoholism cured just as effectively as Dianna, no 12-step program needed. This is sounding more and more like a TV ad, and I'm all about it. Like one of the cheap ones you hear after midnight. If you would like to have your alcoholism cured, call 917-777-7777. Disclaimer, that might be somebody's actual number. Don't call that. Go to LibrisArcana.com and check out all of the great resin and handmade and metal dice sets that they have. They have them for subscription. They also have them for sale by individual set. They're gorgeous. They, as Dianna said, they're showstoppers, and I cannot recommend them enough. Once again, that's LibrisArcana.com, and use our exclusive discount code STUPID20. That's STUPID 20 for 20% off your total purchase of anything off the site. Libris Arcana, never drink again. Jump back in. What's up, dear listener? We peed, and now everybody feels great. Everybody has a fresh beverage.
Or well, I peed. I don't know about feeling great. Oh, sorry, Dianna, you make that joke. That's
I haven't felt great since 2002, and you are the elected pooper, not peer. You kind of overstepped there.
For no reason?
You did. You did.
Does that mean she doesn't
right.
have to pee?
No, that means now there's a pee deficit.
Okay. I think we're gonna open with Mel picking a card.
I picked a card. I don't.
Which one?
You talked about Cobalt. How do I know? What do you mean, which one? How am I supposed to articulate which card out of a whole fucking deck, which one I picked?
Stevie Wildcard.
Ah, the Fool's Errand. Inverted.
I don't know what that means.
Errand fools.
It's like while he's doing this, I put on one of my fake mustaches and I walk by. I'm like, "Oh, hello, gentlemen. What are you doing here? This is so interesting."
You walk past. Wait, you walk towards your own group wearing a mustache that you disguised yourself from. All right.
Yeah. I walk up to Stevie Wildcard because I don't know how well he knows me. I put on a fake mustache and I was like, "Yes. Oh, what are you doing here? Is magic? Oh, I'm not usually interested, but I'll give it a shot. I'd love one of those cards. Whatever."
Give me Arnold.
He's really trying to get his card.
Give me a stealth check, Arnold.
Okay. I like how Arnold, who is fully capable of magically disguising himself as anyone or anything, went with the fake mustache tactic.
I fucking love it.
Okay, not only that. Oh God, why? And I got a 6. So.
Okay. Stevie Wildcard, you see very clearly Arnold Stevenson walk up with a bristly handlebar mustache, clumsily taped crookedly on his upper lip.
I just wink at him. I go, "Here you go, kid," and just toss him a card.
I look at it. What do I see? What do I see on this card?
You see on this card, it's like this giant dragon and this valiant knight just like trying to slay this huge beast.
I'm just like, I think someone's gonna try to kill me because I'm clearly the dragon on this card. Like I am.
Yep, that's who you are.
That's exactly what you are. You're the monstrous dragon that everyone is trying to destroy.
You're the dinosaur.
So
I'm the dinosaur.
You
killed the cow.
Arnold is like a dragon, but instead of hoarding gold, he hoards friends.
Maybe
the low key, I do really like that though.
So Arnold would totally look at Mel and just kind of like compare cards, be like, "What's yours look like?" And bring it back to her for sure.
I don't know what mine looks like. What's mine look like?
I can describe it. It's the Fool's Errand is a protection card. Holding that which is most important to you close. Inverted, though, throws it into shadows and danger, a rising darkness, taking little niblets at the edge of your flock. A call to keep her friends close, your friends close, and protected, because something is out trying to get them.
Niblets.
Bro, no way you're gonna fucking giggle at niblets after Stevie just read that dramatic card. Bitch.
That's what that vape does, no?
That's all right.
All right, really quick. I want to cut back to Gareth in the box. Gareth, you are talking to this person, and you also start to notice pieces of this play going a little awry from where you're sitting. You're very close to the stage. Clearly, these seats are expensive, but you can see one of the ballerinas sort of off to one of the wings clap her hands over her mouth and then sprint towards the back of the theater. And there's like a weird lull in the performance where like clearly she was one of the people who were supposed to come on stage and she just didn't.
So could I see where she was looking when she reacted like this?
She was looking towards the rear of the theater.
Okay.
Stage.
So like towards like the audience.
No. The other way.
Oh, okay. And then she ran towards that direction?
She was looking backstage and she ran backstage.
Okay, so something went wrong back there, not like she's running out of fear.
Correct.
Cool,
well,
cool,
it's hard to gauge like intent from where you are and what you're seeing. You know what I mean?
I mean, just the simple fact that she ran towards it and not away from it would lead me to believe she wasn't afraid of whatever she saw.
Sounds like she's gonna vomit.
Yeah, what if she just got really nervous? She had stage fright. She was like,
it was her first day.
Yeah.
And Garion, this figure says to you, I suppose introductions are in order. My name is Mutt. I used to be an adventurer like yourself. Perhaps you heard of my group, the Doom Raiders? We were quite famous.
To God, if you took an arrow in the knee,
I was just thinking that. I'm so glad you said that. I was like,
now, I did have a great many adventures in my day. My band of merry men and I swung up and down the countryside saving all those fine folks, but unfortunately one day I did run afoul of a rogue archer, and wouldn't you know it,
Gareth stabs him 31 times in the chest. Okay.
But on a more serious note, dear boy, I do represent Lady Ramalia Haventry, and I do come with an offer, perhaps of protection and mutual aid.
Well, I do appreciate your offer, but we don't particularly need protection, and I'm not sure what aid you could offer.
You see his face grow a little cold, Gareth. He's got sort of like a jovial countenance to him. He smiles and laughs a lot. As he's fiddling in his hands, you hear like a tiny pop, and then you see him pop a pistachio, and he sort of like chews it with relish. That means he enjoys it. He doesn't add relish to his.
I know what the fuck it means.
God damn it, Jess!
With the shell still on too.
He's got a little bowl of relish, and he dips his pistachio in it, and then enjoys it thoroughly.
Okay.
His face grows a little cold, and he says, "My dear boy, if you have no idea the trouble you are in, then you surely are not the men. Then you are not the group I thought I was interacting with in the first place."
Are you making threats?
I make no threats. I am an ex-adventurer and an advisor to a dear friend and a powerful person in the city. I'm sure that I am not the kind of person who could threaten you with bodily harm. But what I am saying is that if you have not the eyes to see the wake that you are leaving behind you in the city and the attentions that you are stirring up, then you, my friend, are a fool, and I do not deal with fools.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be honest. Maybe you should have picked one of the literate folks in the party, but...
I'm not writing this down on a letter, my boy. We are talking in real life.
But that's besides the point. You said you didn't want to deal with the fool, and yet you picked somebody who can't read. Moving on. I'm not trying to turn heads or make a reputation for myself. Every day and every night, I work at a bar, and I go to sleep in that same bar. And every now and then, somebody comes in and offers us an exuberant amount of money to do something dangerous and foolish. What am I going to do? Say no?
It is not the nature of the quest that you are accepting. It is the threads of this spider web that have repercussions deep into the underground of it. Surely you know of the civil war brewing between the Xanathar Guild and the Zentarim. Surely you know the rival factions of gangs tearing this city apart just below the streets. And then you, my dear boy, are just merrily skipping along the alley of destruction with naught but a whistle in your heart and a smile on your face.
You know what? Yeah, because who would hurt me? I'm just a little guy.
You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, would you?
I have my little round sunglasses. I do want
to. He says, "Be it as it may, that maybe you truly do not understand the consequences of your wake through the city. The Hoppers are a establishment that stands for good and justice, and I truly do believe that you and Meliora and Arnold Stevenson and the newcomer, whose name I have not yet learned,
Testicle.
What?
That's her name.
I can't believe he's trying to make this like
no. Shut up, Antoine. Shut up. What did you just say to me? What did you just say with your lips straight to my ears?
The newcomer. You said you didn't know the newcomer's name.
Yeah.
Testicle.
Now, this is not a joke, dear boy. I need to know. I am part of a secret spy network that deals with information. I need to know this person's real, actual name.
I will show you their birth certificate, and you will have to just believe it says testicle because I can't guarantee it.
You are telling me that her Christian name is Testicle. Fine.
I actually was it not Tickles? I thought.
Yo, is it singular or plural? Actually,
it's testicles, if I remember correctly. Jess, have I got that right?
It is correct. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm a fool.
I think it's actually pretty relevant that Gareth would like not necessarily know that, right? Like it's testicles and testicle is pretty close, and you did just meet this person like 10 days ago or whatever.
All
right. Right. Okay. My dear boy, Lady listen, I don't know if you have ever heard this, but there is no second chance at a first impression, and your first impression here has been relatively akin to dog droppings. I don't think that you are much of anything, but Lady Haventry sees something in you, and she would like to offer you a trial entrance into the Hoppers to be part of one of the most repudiated spy networks in the city, in not even the city, in the entirety of the Sword Coast. Why she's going to blow it on you, I'm sure I don't know now, because you struck me as kind of an idiot.
All right, listen, I'm not going to agree. I'm not going to disagree. I need to consult with the party first, but maybe something to boost your overall opinion of me. Have you seen Christopher Nolan's Batman?
I believe I caught that at the Waterdeep Repertory Theater last summer. Yes, I wasn't much impressed by the theatrics of it all.
Ah, well, that's too bad, because look behind you.
He turns and looks.
As soon as he turns around, I want to teleport back to my knife. So it turns back and I'm gone.
All right, Garion. You snap your fingers and you step into the gray space between planes, and you take 6 exaggerated walks, and you feel yourself like rush further through space than you have any real connection to. Tess, Mel, Arnold, and of course Stevie Wildcard. You hear like a popping sound, and as Gareth the Rogue sort of like pops into existence and then gasps in pain as you see him branded by the hilt of a dagger that he's suddenly holding in one hand, which actually I'm pretty sure is in Mel's pocket.
I think it was in Arnold's. I think I just appeared with my hand in Arnold's pants.
No, he gave it to Mel, so you popped into existence with your hands in Mel's pants.
Oh, well, now I'm just a little uncomfortable.
As is Mel.
I really hope I don't need to like actually use that teleport later, because man, I just did that for shits and gigs.
What is that, a D6, Garion, of damage?
Yeah.
Roll it for me.
Yeah, let me pull out this absolutely beautiful, gorgeous looking. That's not it.
I mean, look at these dice. Like, real talk, though.
I mean, look how beautiful it is. This dice fucking. Wait, no, that's good. 2 points of damage.
Okay. It burns your hand a little bit. You got a little boo boo.
Youch.
Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
The people on stage have stopped singing. The orchestra is still playing, and you can hear the obvious cues indicating that, like, you know, such and such person should start here.
Mm-hmm.
This other person should start. I'm not a musician. You hear the cues of music that people are missing. Being a musical person, you would be attuned to that.
Am I familiar with what they're playing? Do I know
Prince
this
and the Prince and His Mistress is a fairly well-known performance. I think you would be at least casually acquainted with like the big hits of the album.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. It's like how I know most of the words of Semi-Charmed Life, but not all the words of Semi-Charmed Life.
Exactly.
I fake my way through it.
You can fucking hit the chorus, but the verses.
Verses.
So as this is happening, exactly. So as that's happening, I would cast like a minor illusion to just fill in the gaps of what they're playing. So like I would continue the song and to help them out as it's happening, just for fun.
All right.
Just because I feel like hearing those missed notes and such would kind of be just like it would hurt a little.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
You know.
Okay. So you cast minor illusion and roll me a performance check, Arnold. I don't actually get to extort one of those from you for that often.
Yeah, we got it. Let's see. I got 21.
Whew. Quite good. Okay. You remember most of the lyrics.
Yes.
Nice.
So the invisible voices on stage sound okay. And everybody in the audience seems pretty confused.
I like to imagine Arnold just doing all the parts. In my head, you're doing all the parts from Hamilton. Actually,
yes.
Like each character, you're doing Hamilton. You're full on Lin-Manuel Miranda, Anthony.
But it's like one of those songs where it's like between two people and you can't quite catch up.
I guess you could call that Shamilton.
Okay.
Oh, you're a hypocrite.
Yeah, listen, Anthony made that joke like 6 episodes ago. He invented it, and I am just borrowing it and for my own self-esteem.
You're a hypocrite and a joke thief.
Damn.
So can I ask Garion, since like Garion just appeared, right?
Absolutely.
So I'd be like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay? Who was over there? What did they think of Christopher Nolan's Batman?"
One of those questions is more important than the other.
I like the implication that Gareth just talks about Christopher Nolan's Batman a lot.
Non-fantasy, real life Christopher Nolan's Batman.
You think Stevie Wildcard's impressive because he's from our dimension? Well, Gareth could just watch actual movies.
Gareth has a real life Netflix account.
Yeah, it's insane. Okay. Yeah, I got ambushed by some mafia boss and also the police captain. Weird couple.
Is it though?
Not. I don't think they're together. I just mean they were watching a play in the vicinity of each other. Anyway, he wanted to make a deal. I didn't agree to it because I feel like I'm irresponsible and shouldn't be making deals on behalf of anybody. And also, I kind of got bored, so I did the classic "What's over there" and then left.
So so no danger, mafia bosses. Just, by the way, don't murder him right away. This is Stevie Wildcard. Do you remember this guy? He's joining us. He's our friend now, I think.
Okay, above
He
the
brought
table.
it.
I
He
didn't
brought
hear any of
a
that.
piece of meat. He brought a piece of meat.
Oh, was I
tofu?
Gareth.
It was tofu the whole time.
Stevie Wildcard, pull a card.
Oh, I'm just like a dice roll card pull.
Just pull a card out of the deck. What do you get?
Boom. Sorry. 8 of hearts.
Tess, it was actually tofu.
Was it actually tofu?
It was actually tofu. You look at it, it's tofu.
I sniffed it and I'm like, oh, okay. That's fine
The
then.
whole time.
You lucky
Whole time.
bastard. Oh, we're friends then. Okay. She goes to like pat you on the shoulder, but her hoof goes through.
Dislocated.
It does not. Your hoof touches him on the shoulder.
No, it touches him on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Tangible.
Arnold sees that and goes, ah! She's like,
Second time in as many minutes. What's up, Jess?
Does Tess see any of the things going on stage?
I think Arnold, would you pull attention to it? I mean, because you did like notice it and cast a spell as like a response. Would you have said something?
I would have like actively been like, this is terrible. This is why I don't like going to this theater anymore. Like, just everything's going downhill. I would have called attention. So,
great callback to our episode 1. Wow, I love that for us.
So, but yeah, so I would have kind of like rambled on about it a little bit as I fixed it, kind of like feeling like the hero at the same time. But yeah.
So Jess, you probably would hear Arnold mumbling under his breath, and you would probably have spent enough time with him by now to notice that he did cast a spell, which is why the stage is singing to itself.
Oh, is that not normal?
Garrett's never been to a play, has no idea.
Yeah.
He only watches Christopher Nolan's Batman on repeat.
And
so you're still probably reacting to your card, right?
Yeah, so Mel's just holding the card, and I think would be like peripherally aware of, well, one, Gareth, but just in her pants, and that's kind of weird because she didn't really see him that way and thinks that this is a very forward way to
yeah, Gareth also didn't ask consent, which is pretty fucked up.
It is and she sees Arnold mumbling about something, but that he's usually mumbling about something. She's still holding the card, which was just explained to her as being some kind of protector thing, and I
this is crying over the piece of tofu also. She's just like so relieved.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
Winning the heart of Tess.
All 8 of them. And I actually don't know how many.
Double the hearts for the amount of stomachs. That's how it works.
Yeah.
So actually, no, I won't. Okay. So I would say, I'm sorry. Are you threatening? Are you threatening me? Are you threatening my friends? Are you threatening my dog? Because I will kill you right now.
So I hear this. I just kind of like go, wait, what does your card say? And I like look, can I see anything on the card? I just really want to know that.
Can you see anything on the card? I actually don't think so, Arnold. I think when you look over, it's a blank playing card. Like it looks like a manufacturer error, and they just sent out a blank one.
Gotcha. So I'm like, huh. So I kind of look at Mel. I'm like, what are you seeing? What do you see in mine? Does mine look like that? Like, what do you see in mine? And I kind of just show her my card.
Mel, you see it. You see
Mel totally see it because it's just like a, like how you give kids like fake police badges.
It is a hastily drawn child's tarot card that looks like it was done on an Applebee's menu.
Did Gareth already get a card? Because I know we met Stevie Wildcard in the past.
The
Gareth
only
has
two
not
people.
gotten one.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool. But never mind.
But he's due. But anyways, so you Mel asks if I'm threatening them, right? That was her character saying that. I assure you, I am not a man who would threaten. I wouldn't even be capable of hurting you or your squad.
Fact.
I am but a jester, a viewer, a harbinger of not a harbinger, a watcher. I have no combat skills.
Like Santa.
I believe that 100%. You should know what we did to Santa.
Yeah, we kicked that.
My cousin.
Stabbed that dude right where he deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, jolly old Saint Nick. We killed him.
Yeah, he's gone. So, Mel is frustrated at this point. And just like, I don't care for the talking and riddles. I don't care for the dancing around the answers. Maybe that works in whatever plane you said that you're from, but that's not working for me. So I'm going to ask you to just fucking give it to me straight, or once again, kindly invite you to leave.
I'm going to interject very quickly. Love the role playing from our girl Dianna here, because I think she's doing a great job, right?
But
that's it. There's no but. There's no but.
Okay.
I legit think you're just doing a great job. Like your character would be naturally suspicious. They wouldn't love the riddles. They wouldn't
so
love
concerned.
somebody. No, there's
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I just wanted to jump out and say that I think Diana's doing a great job, and I'm really
100%.
loving Stevie Wildcard in this whole interaction.
All right, good.
Yeah. I also thought she was doing a great job, but I wasn't going to preface it by making it sound bad.
Did I do that? No, I didn't do that. That couldn't possibly be me.
It's like when
I was like, but
but her mental health.
I know, right? Like, give it to me.
You're doing
gently.
a really great job role playing, but God, just
your actual life, Jesus,
just cheer up.
Yeah.
Just smile.
Anyway, Dianna, I like your shirt because it has like the little tattoo peephole.
Oh, thanks. It's actually just like a sports bra because I'm too lazy to wear shirts now.
I kind of thought you were just like wearing like a tank top, but you like fucked it up and put like both arms through, and you're like,
I mean, that's also a reasonable assumption.
Wait, can I do that? Hold
I
on.
love how he saw that, accepted that, and just didn't say anything. And just
Never
went with
said
it.
a word.
He's like, "That's cool. That's cool."
I mean, it would very obviously be intentional if I had done that. So,
Yeah,
like, you know,
fashion, man.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, now we're talking. Yeah, there we go. See, it's a thing. It's a fashion thing.
I love it. Okay, let's dive back into it. Let's pretend we're professionals
You're
here.
gonna jump back, and I'm gonna be like this.
Where are we? Okay, so I think Arnold is primed to see it.
Okay.
Because Arnold has cast the spell, paying attention to the stage, while also paying attention to the drama behind you with the card, and you sort of like held up your card, and then you saw Mel wrinkle her eyebrow at the card at the tarot card that Stevie Wildcard handed.
Like, that's
you,
amazing.
like,
we see nothing. It's crazy. And I kind of put it
Yeah,
away
yeah,
so
exactly.
she doesn't have time to insult my card.
You're like, am I also illiterate?
Did I forget how to read?
It's like,
what Garion
but Arnold, you see a boiling on stage as the timbers that form the stage crack and warp and push upwards as a bubble rises up from beneath the stage. And I think at first you're probably like, Arnold, I wonder if Arnold would think it was like some sort of like cool special effect.
I was just gonna say Arnold would look at them and be like, guys, I've never seen this part of the show. This is either a fantastic rendition of it or we're in trouble.
As you say that, a claw full of tentacles bursts from the stage boards and peels them open, and bless you, a flood of sea creatures standing on two legs hauls themselves out of the fresh hole in the stage and starts scrambling towards the screaming populace in the audience.
I mean, that's bad, right?
Can I cast Thunderclap on it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you can.
I think Tess would be like, okay, that's bad. It's bad, right, guys? This is
Wait, what is she casting?
It's not planned. It's not part of the show. I'm not a theater person. Hey, Alex, you're in the document now too. Hello.
All right, I have to throw a con save. I'm going to throw 1 because all of these things are close to each other. And I'm going to roll a 13, which beats a 12. So you are going to roll 1d6, Jess, damage on a half save.
Which one's the d6? Oh, shit.
It's the regular die. It's like the Monopoly die.
Oh, yeah, right. 5.
5. Okay. So Tess claps her hands together and then sort of like exploding from her palms, Pikachu style, is searing white lightning bolts of force and power that streak across the empty air of this theater and slam into the bubble of beasts growing from the stage. And there's like the smell of like cooked shrimp. And as they sort of like scramble to like get apart from each other.
Real quick, I do think that you mean her hooves. There's white energy from her hooves.
I'm so sorry. There's white energy coming from her hooves.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for the body specificity.
We are all gonna roll initiative. Stevie Wildcard, you two. Our combat order. Wait, let me roll for the bad guys. Bad guys rolled a.
Okay, get on my shirt, dear listener.
Dear listener, Jess is trapped by her shirt.
It's okay. It's fine. It's like a strip show, but bad.
Audio only, which is the
no
best.
clothes come off; they just move.
All right,
a strip show where the stripper gets trapped. She gets stuck.
Top of the order, Stevie Wildcard. You are up first. You hear screams from the audience, and you see Tess clap her hooves together and lightning explode towards the stage. You are still sitting in your chair. I think maybe being consumed by the reading that you just gave Mel, which you came here to give her, being interrupted.
So I'm reacting to the horde coming in. It's my combat stage.
That is correct. You should have all of your spells on your spell sheet.
Yes.
Let me get to your sheet so that I can help you through it. If you click on spells, you've got those. And then you've also got a quarterstaff if you want to get up close and personal.
Ooh, like Gambit.
How many are there?
Currently 5.
I have what?
Monsters.
So they are
Yeah.
sort of like crack-shelled crustaceans. Some have like heavy claws. Some have arms that end in sort of like writhing tentacles at the elbow. 2 of them have sort of like fish fins, and they look fucking stupid as they sort of like bat the empty air in front of them.
Like the Katy Perry sharks.
Yeah, exactly.
Does Greg say anything about?
That's a very
Yeah, Greg says, "What's going on? I'm really short. I can't see up there. I hear screaming."
Tess
Seems
puts
bad.
him on her shoulder.
Oh,
So-
sweet God, it's the Chul.
Oh, they killed
So-
my people.
Oh yeah, the fish people or the
Stevie
shrimp
Wildcard, what you
people.
got?
So kind of annoyed by this intrusion to like my purpose of being here. I like
Mhm.
lock eyes on the nearest target, and I cast a firebolt.
Oh, I love that for you. Okay, roll a D20, please, and add 7 to it.
Okay, D20. Where you at? There it is. Start. Oh, this site's awesome. I rolled a 20, so plus
A
7.
nat 20?
Yeah, nat 20. I did.
Okay, you're gonna double your damage die, which means you're gonna roll 4d10.
Okay, so
Wow.
it's gonna be nasty. All right, first one is an 8.
Okay,
Second one is a 9. These digital sites are nuts.
17,
5,
23, 22.
and then a nat 10 or 10.
Wow, 32 points of damage. Okay, so Stevie Wildcard, I think you snap the fingers of one hand, and your deck of cards explodes in an arc in front of you, and then several of them reverberate like keys on a piano and sort of like burst into flames. And from that, a series of fireballs like streak towards the stage and combine to form like one claw lightning fire bolt that explodes at the center of these crustaceans and sort of like explodes them apart like popcorn.
Fried shrimp.
You see 2 of them not get back up again. Jess, it is your turn.
What do I
You guys are
do?
fucking these crustaceans up. Whatever you want.
Okay. Well, at first I look around at guys and be like, this, like, I shouldn't, do I drop myself on them? It worked really well last time. Is that a bad idea? Or should I just go for it? I'm like looking at the rest of my friends. No one says it.
I don't want you to go down there. Please don't go down there. They look very pinchy. They look very pinchy, and I don't know what they're doing. Do you have anything? Do you have some way to like shoot them from here?
Yeah, also, I don't
mean-
mean to play devil's advocate, but I don't think dropping yourself on them did work super well last time.
I remember it being very successful mission.
I worked out, everything worked out in the end. And I almost drowned. It's fine. Okay. Oh, what do I want to do? Oh, I have a new spell.
You do.
I do have a new spell. Okay. I'm gonna summon an animal.
Okay.
Oh, awesome.
It's gonna be a Canada goose.
Fuck
So,
yeah.
Good
it'll take care of it.
choice.
We're all
Wait, like
good.
a
Oh,
fantasy
we are
Canada Goose,
safe.
or-
We are. God
Yeah.
damn.
Where
and I
where
can,
do you summon it, Jess?
I can summon it up very far away. Actually, I think it's like 90.
Okay. All right. So you
American
can put it on
units,
stage
so I'm
if
gonna
you'd like.
put it right on this. Yeah, right on the stage. Maybe above where the tentacle couldn't reach it, because
Okay.
it can fly. You see, because bird.
Okay.
You got it now. You got it.
So I think Gareth, you see the cow make a weirdly intricate spell pattern with her hooves. And then Mel, you see a honest to God Canada goose explode into midair above these sea creatures in a fury of feathers and beak. What does the goose do, Jess?
Well, it does, I guess, whatever I tell it to. So I tell it to like go for the jugular. I'm like, these are the points.
I feel like
So there or
Canadian
there?
geese, they don't need to be told that. They just
That's the thing.
instinctively
They're-
know.
This is where they
They
go.
They smell blood.
They hiss. They can sense fear. I've been chased. Yeah, no, these guys are fucked. So yeah, it goes, it pecks at them, it bites them.
Okay.
It will pinch you in the jugular.
Roll a d20 and add 1 to it, please, Jess, for your rabid Canada goose.
I don't love these amazing dice that are otherwise perfect.
Seems false. Seems like you do love them, actually, because they're Libris Arcana, our delightful sponsor.
I love them personally.
I love them.
18! Oh, these dice are amazing. Let's
go.
Great quality. And they're so
okay.
Funny.
Do you guys want to hear something fucking insane? So,
absolutely, I do.
Summon Animal has very specific stats attached to it. I beefed up Stevie Wildcard's character. 4d10 is crazy because he rolled a d20. Tess's goose is gonna roll 1d8 plus 6 for damage.
That's more damage than I do. What the fuck,
yeah, dude?
I don't know what that means.
So roll 1d8. That's gonna be the one that looks like 2 pyramids butt to butt.
Is that this one or this one?
Bestie, do you want to chime in here? Do you want to help her out?
It's neither of those.
Oh, fuck me.
Thanks, Garion. You're not Bestie.
You have to look at it from the top up. So when the point is facing you, and then you'll see it's 4. And then when you double it, it's 8. I stupid Bestie.
Jess, it's one of
all
these
of these
guys.
are wrong. Oh, this one.
Yeah, see the 4?
Yeah. That's the one.
You know what?
I'm add 6
okay?
to it.
So
in the right lighting and with enough makeup on.
So while this is happening, it's not my turn, but since it doesn't affect battle, Arnold would just cast Minor Illusion to be like, goose, 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 goose,
goose, goose. All right.
Yes, the hit song, Eye of the Goose.
Eye of the Goose, yeah.
And the goose is getting extra pumped about it.
He's like loving it.
Goose, harder.
Goose, goose, goose.
This goose flexes its biceps weirdly.
Also,
the goose has
grows biceps and then
its abs
them.
ripple to the music. I got 7.
Okay. This goose dive bombs a figure that has recently crawled up from the stage. It has a hammerhead shark head, but instead of fins, it's got like sharp branches of like rigid coral that almost look like knife fans. But this goose doesn't give a single fuck and just like chomps at its head and like rips one of the eye sockets out of the hammerhead's eye with like a juicy squelch sound.
What's that sound like?
Yep.
Excellent.
That's exactly what I was hearing in my head. Perfect.
Somebody clip that.
Yeah, clip of that, please. Okay, bad guy's turn.
Sounds like an airplane toilet flush.
That's what it sounds like.
It actually did. It was so fast, rapid.
Listen,
powerful.
my Foley work is second to none on this show. I'll tell you what. Okay. The bad guys have had a rough couple of turns, mainly because of the 4d10 damage that Stevie Wildcard rolled on his nat 20. So they are scrambling to get apart from each other. You see 2 of them leap into the audience and start like crawling over the seats. There's a scream of pain as like a mediocre white man gets stabbed in the back. There's a lady in a dress who like the bottom of it is caught between the teeth of something that looks like a half crab, half flounder that's sort of like throwing itself at her legs, but she's like she's trying to like cut off or tear pieces of her dress to like get it away from her. But your attention is caught by a figure rising from the center of the bubble, mainly because everything else is crawling out of this hole in the center of the stage, but this character is levitating out of this hole.
Spooky.
And it is a broad-shouldered, 7-foot-tall half-orc, but where both of its arms end at the elbow is a writhing series of octopus tentacles.
Would.
And it would what?
He would.
You know.
You know exactly what he means.
Octopus don't have tentacles; they have arms.
I
right.
don't.
Tentacles.
All right, this isn't Smash or Pass, Garion, so you can keep your opinion to yourself. But I think you see its flat-nosed face flare, almost like it's sniffing the air, and it whips up to you and points one arm, and these tentacles sort of like writhe in your direction, and it bellows a word that none of you... What? No, sorry, I'm so sorry. It bellows a word that only Stevie Wildcard can understand. And Stevie Wildcard, you see this creature rise up from this hole in the center of the floor and point a tentacle arm at you. And it says, "That one." And suddenly the shellfish creatures along the stage start throwing themselves up the walls and start crawling along the edges of the theater towards your box. It is Gareth's turn.
Guys, I hate to be heartless. So Gareth saw this monstrosity point at Stevie and say that one, right?
I pointed at your box. You can't actually tell that it pointed at any one of you.
Guys, I have an idea. Let's get the fuck out of this box. You can't tell that was my character voice. There just wasn't any R's in that sentence.
It's a great idea. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Does anyone want to ride? They're good?
Gareth will hop on. Fuck it, dude.
Yeah, let's go.
You are riding. Also, you're riding bitch to Josh Pat. Josh Pat takes first priority on riding Tess.
It's true. I also want to ask Greg to be like, do you know what is going on? How do we kill them? Like, how do we kill this?
Greg looks at you with literally, guys. I was about to say Greg looks at you with wide eyes, but I don't know how a lobster has wide eyes, so you're just gonna have to roll with me on like the lobster looks at you with wide eyes.
Shooting your.
Oh fuck! I just realized I've had such a good opportunity for a joke, but it's way too late. I biffed it. As all the monsters are coming out, Gareth should have been like, "This is the greatest play I've ever seen."
Greg looks at you, Tess, and says, "If you kill the leader, they should all die. I think it's under its control. It's sort of like a hive mind, or like a sea hive mind,
like the Borg."
I'm not sure I get that reference because I live in the fantasy land and not Christian Bale's Batman land. But like, if you kill the leader, it dies.
Do you mean Christopher Nolan? You fuck it. Well, I guess he played. Fine.
What did I say?
Christian Bale.
I mean,
come on, you're not going to give me that. You're not going to give that to me.
That's technically not wrong. So,
what did I do to you? Don't answer that.
Okay. I send the goose after the orc person.
Well, it is technically Garion's turn still.
Okay.
Oh boy, I'll tell you what. Gareth is real motivated to get up and out of that booth.
How do you accomplish said goal, Gareth?
With my legs is the only.
Okay, you're running.
I mean, I can't teleport anymore because of my theatrics.
Because you were dramatic.
Yeah, honestly, worth it.
Okay. I think you throw open the door to the box, and there's like a little balcony up because you're on the top floor of the theater, and it sort of like looks down into the big lobby, and you see a fucking flood of guests throwing themselves off these balconies to get out of this. Not like not in like a damaging themselves way, but they're like hook, line, and sinker trying to get the fuck out of here. So there's like a wave of people crushing against the glass doors, running out of this opera house.
I wonder what they could be running from.
But as you go out there, Gareth, you see two shellfish monsters on the second floor look up at you and start crawling up the big curtains hanging in this lobby, screeching their way towards you.
Fuck.
It is Bestie's turn.
Mel is going to turn towards Stevie Wildcard and ask, does this have anything to do with you?
Lie.
Not the slightest. I have no clue who these people are.
I don't believe you. On account of I heard somebody telling you to lie.
Well, Mel, listen. I don't mean to point any fingers, Mel, but do you happen to pull the Summon Cthulhu card?
This whole campaign is actually just one elaborate tarot deck that I've been playing out of my desk over here.
Yeah, the beginning of every episode, you're like,
cool.
I mean, that's reasonable. Mel does not believe Stevie Wildcard. I mean, she doesn't really believe anything that he said anyway, but like, you know, she just kind of looks at him and is like, I was feeling a little better about you when I saw that you were also attacking the thing, but I gave you an opportunity to come clean, and I think we both know you didn't. So we'll discuss that later. But right now, apparently, we need to take care of this thing. And since I'm not a coward, and this is not the first orc thing I've had to kill, I'm gonna shoot it.
All right, Bessie, throw it down. Roll for damage, or roll to hit, please.
Yeah, Libris Arcana dice. Hold on. 26.
26?
I think. 19 plus
I think you hit him.
7 is the...
Yeah. You hit him. Roll damage. Jesus God.
Yes. Damage is the D8 plus 3.
6. Okay. You hop up on the railing and using your impeccable balance, you pull the string of your bow tight and send an arrow hissing through the air like a hornet. And it hits this creature like between you see that his chest is like covered in chitinous plates, split with like pale streaks of white flesh. But your arrow hits just between two of these plates, and there's like a sharp crack. And you see like a spray of yellow mist shine through the air. And he screeches in pain, and his eyes sort of like squint at you. And you have his full attention. It is Arnold's turn.
I imagine Arnold sees this giant.
Actually, for sure.
How big is it? Like, how big is
7 feet? 7 feet tall.
7 feet tall. Would Arnold, being a big fan of the monstery books and that sort of thing, like, would I have any information about this creature? Do I know anything inherently about it?
I don't think so, Arnold. And I'm not gonna and I'm gonna say that because I don't think this creature exists in any book Arnold would have picked up in his life.
Okay, that's totally fair. Well, while I'm here, I think instinctively my character would just like blindly, like as I see the orc look over at us, I go and I just kind of go no, and that's the song that I sing when I try to blind this guy. I'm casting blindness on him, and
you sing blindness at him.
I do. I sing blindness at him,
okay.
as like to the best of my ability. And he has he hears this song and he has to make a Constitution saving throw of 13.
You ever hear a song so bad you go blind?
Apparently, yes, because he rolled a flat 4.
Damn.
So yeah. So he's blind.
So
he can't.
He's blind.
Yes.
Okay. You see his eyes roll into the back of his head, and then they just keep rolling like they're cut from their anchor strings, and it's just sort of like iris pupil, iris pupil, iris pupil, iris pupil. That's how eyes work, right, Bestie?
Anchor strings.
Yeah, they're anchored to the inside of your skull, I'm pretty sure.
By the
With
retina,
strings?
I think, right?
With
That's
like anchor strings?
Optic.
Yeah, that's not what the retina is. That's
Listen,
the retina's a little spot in the back of your eye.
This is a
image
fantasy
projects
world.
light
In my
goes
fantasy
through.
world, people's eyes are anchored to the inside of their head by one string, and if you cut it, they
Is it
roll
like an actual
ceaselessly.
anchor in your head? Is it like a little chain with a little anchor thing that like?
I don't know.
hooks
Bestie,
into the
split his
back
head
of-
open and let's find out together.
Okay, I'll try when it's my turn.
I also
Garion.
I take out my crossbow as well.
Okay.
I was waiting for the retina conversation to end.
Stevie Wildcard, top of the order. It is your turn. You have seen the rogue turn tail and flee. I'm not going to say with his tail between his legs because he doesn't have one, but if he did have one, I imagine it would be between his legs.
I think I was retreating with the group because fleeing would have just been running away. I announced that I was leaving.
So instead of retreating, you see the rogue say, "I'm leaving," and then he turned and ran.
Thank you.
You
Great
saw
first
the
impression.
bard
Second impression.
sing a song so bad that somebody went blind, and then you saw the only adult in the room stand up on the balcony and shoot somebody with an arrow.
And now this beast, albeit blind and arrow in its chest, is still making its way towards us relatively quickly, or is it stunned?
It's curious that you asked that, Stevie Wildcard, because you notice that it is standing on a floating disc that appears to be of liquid mercury or like shining silver beneath its feet that is carrying it up past this stage. And as it moves up through the empty air of this now I would say almost empty theater, as everybody has run out of it, the shellfish creatures are crawling up the wall and ceiling, almost like it is drawing them with it as it closes in on your box.
Like the Silver Surfer.
I'm picturing like the Canadian goose still just following it, even though it's in the air, and just
this Canadian goose has killed
like an
4 people.
Yeah.
This Canadian goose has a necklace of human teeth.
So, Wildcard notices that Mel is obviously very proficient with her weapon, and if she just had enough time to put some more arrow work in, she could probably take this beast down. So Wildcard pulls out his deck of cards and casts Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Just slow the is it the orc? It's the orc
yes.
man, or is it? Yes. Just slow the orc tentacle man that's coming after me, but coming at us down.
Okay. Roll a d20 and add 7 to it, please.
Alrighty. Oof. 1. So 8.
Was it a nat 1, Stevie Wildcard?
Nat 1.
So you cast this spell, and it goes so hilariously badly that a piece of it catches Mel standing up on the balcony in front of you. And
that's not going to help with her trust.
Most of it like empty blizzards into the front. But Bessie, you are going to take 5 points of frost damage, and you're not going to be able to move for the next turn as a crawling fist of ice roots your foot to the balcony of this box. And you look behind you and you see Stevie Wildcard look at you sheepishly.
Oopsie poopsie.
Oh, she's throwing you into the ocean.
Oh, she's so throwing me into the ocean.
I mean,
my
so
charm is not working on her at all.
That's keeping me.
Literal ice holding one of.
I mean, I had a good plan. Okay,
to be fair, great plan. But
it just horribly backfired.
It is Jess's turn. After, I mean, obviously, go ahead.
No, I was just thinking that, I mean, well, Josh Pat would be real fucking angry that there was an attack on me. I was also thinking that, I don't know, Josh Pat could pee on it and it would melt.
I was also thinking about pee.
Thank you.
Listen, Jess, it's your turn, so let's get an alley-oop on this wolf pee situation.
Okay, so if I were to
cow,
pee
like,
on it,
could
I melt it and free her? Would that count as an action? Is peeing an action?
God, it would have been so funny if Jess was like, I was also thinking about pee, not like related to this. Like, I'm just thinking about it.
Just like as a person.
You're in trouble.
Oh,
God, Anthony has made that exact joke.
Yeah,
Anthony made that exact joke in our first fucking episode.
That's why we're best friends.
You're a guest and you dare make puns upon
they're non-pun
Jess,
lovers.
you can pee. Roll the pee for me, please.
Yeah, give me a piss check.
Sorry, what?
Give me a piss check.
Give me a piss.
Oh, can that be the episode name? Give me a piss check.
Give me a piss check.
Roll a d20 and add your Constitution score for it because everybody's watching and it's going to be difficult to perform under this stress.
I could be. Oh, I could be. Okay, I'll roll a p20 and then
a p20.
18.
Oh, that's a lot of pee.
A flood of hot piss frees Dianna from the belt. It's honestly, and then like after you're freed, there's just a cow pissing on your shoe because she just keeps going.
That's fine. Like, I mean, that's fine. I imagine like Josh Pat just like does a little paw and little hoof bump because they were both kind of thinking the same thing. They're on the same level.
Yeah, we both like lifted up one leg.
Yeah, Mel's actually real grateful on that, and she'll take care of Wildcard later, and it's not my turn.
It is the bad guy's turn.
I was like, I didn't mean to free you. I just had to pee.
I just had to piss so bad. Okay, bad guy's turn. First one, Gareth, I need a dexterity saving throw from you, please.
Alrighty then. Let's try that again. Oh, 10.
Okay. You are going to take
18. I rolled an 18. No, I'm kidding.
You're going to take 8 points of damage as 2 razor-sharp coral shards explode from one of these creatures' like outstretched hands and shatter into both of your shoulders from the front.
Good thing you don't need those.
My shoulders?
Correct.
The other one pulls itself up the curtain and jumps onto the lobby, so it is on the same floor as you, but it doesn't get a chance to attack because it was too far away. Stevie Wildcard, you see this orc hurl across the empty air towards you guys and close in on your box and throw out an arm and roll like absolute horse shit so nothing happens. And I'm really glad I took the time to describe all of that. Gary, it's your turn.
I just swiftly dodge and it like
yeah.
His hand goes through my hair as I like move out of the way.
Yeah, it happens.
Mel's a little upset that he missed, but she does appreciate the hair.
The flow.
Yeah, I mean, you've got glorious hair. Fantasy.
Stevie Wildcard's locks are like actually jaw dropping.
Yeah.
Like tenfold in this fantasy
I don't
realm.
suppose I can remove the javelin spears from my shoulders.
Absolutely, you can. Make a strength check.
A strength check, you bastard. Okay.
So medically speaking, if you're ever stabbed or something like that, you should actually not remove the item yourself. You want to stabilize it and wait until you're with an actual medical professional because removing it could actually cause more damage.
It's all sorts
of... What you got, Garion?
You get piss in your wound otherwise.
Could be doing other things.
I was just a friendly PSA. Somebody
PSA
saved their life.
PSA. Okay.
PSA.
All right, let's get this session going. I'm getting tired.
Yeah. All right. So, Gary, what'd you roll?
I haven't yet.
All right. Roll a strength check.
15 plus a whopping 0 is 15.
15's quite good. Roll a d4.
I will. Thank you so much. I'm going to use the other of my Libris Arcana set. Nice. Oh, never mind. That's the dice that's on the floor. I'll use this one. 3.
All right, you take another 3 points of damage as you pull this reverse barbed piece of coral out of your shoulder.
Reverse. Oh.
Should have listened to the nurse, bro.
Should have listened.
This is fantasy. Gareth doesn't have blood. He has ichor.
Oh, okay, cool. That's hardcore as hell. Bessie, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot it.
All right.
I'm gonna aim for its head because I'm real curious about these.
Shoot Gary.
Stevie Wildcard, as she proclaims that, just kind of ducks a little bit because she's unsure of who she's actually shooting at this moment.
And she kind of wants him to think that, you know, like
honestly,
when she
Stevie,
says it,
call.
like you know, definitely there's and I imagine Josh Pad is still not very happy with you for what you did. So like imagine like he's real cute, but he's kind of growling at you, but it's still kind of cute. But
and I'm like just arguing with this dog, like, I didn't mean to, and he's just like growling back at me.
Yes.
Got you.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's Gus.
It's Gus.
Gus? Fuck yeah, dude.
Listeners, you should look at the YouTube version because there's Cat. His name's Gus.
We have Cat.
Cat. Oh, there's Cat.
He's just like cuddling into you.
Being sleepy.
I should go get my cat.
He gets really anxious when I leave, apparently, because he pissed on a bunch of stuff.
Maybe he was also trying to free Mel, but like
right.
Heard about the ice.
Yeah,
Good
I
job.
actually really appreciate that. He's like, she's allergic to me, but I'm gonna help her out anyway because she
I'm
can't
gonna
help that.
piss all over her stuff.
Yeah.
The bad news is it will smell terrible for the rest of your life.
Yeah, Cat P does that.
Cat P's terrible.
It's a 20.
Like a nat 20?
No, well, it's a 13, and then I got a plus 7.
Dirty 20.
So
Okay.
20.
Yeah, that super hits. Roll some damage.
What yeah, dude? What was that again? A D? 8.
This orc is just getting wrecked by her. I mean, like,
Yeah,
pretty
really
much.
is.
She's single-handedly like taking out this guy.
This happens often. Well, I mean, I'm just so good with the bow because every time I have the opportunity, I add more like points onto the bow because like fuck the other things. So now
she's really good at one
even if I
thing.
roll like shit, it's still good when you have a modifier that high.
That's smart.
This is gonna be awesome. Gonna be awesome. Well, only half of me is smart. The other half is white. That is that kind of stupid.
I don't know what happened to me then.
I will not. No, I'm not gonna say it. That comes to. I got a fucking 8, so that's an 11. Fuck you, Orc. And what do your eyes look like?
They're still spinning.
Wow.
But like, are they anchored, or like? I'm real curious. You told me to aim for the head, so I'm aiming for the head because I want to know if it's got like an actual little anchor, like in a ship, or
That's
if you
cute.
just don't know anatomy.
All right.
Anatomy.
Wow. Stevie Wildcard, check your Twitter DMs for me.
Got it.
Oh, but when I
Bestie.
message
It's
you
a
in the
dick
middle,
pic.
you yell at me for interrupting your story weaving.
Because I sent Stevie Wildcard a private Twitter DM, and you were to message everybody in the Zoom call that you want your dog to live.
I think I messaged you specifically.
It might have been a private, but like
it was private to you.
So it's in Sabina's episode that's dropping on Friday. When I was describing you like being attacked by ghouls underwater,
so worried.
Diana literally private messaged me in Zoom and said, if I die, these specific things happen to Josh Pat. And I was like, bro, I'm fucking busy. Can you not?
It's her last will and testament. All right, show some.
It really was. It
Oh my
really
God.
was. Anyway, yes, Bessie, this arrow not only does it like shear half of this half orc's face off, so quarter orc's face off, but it knocks him off his floating disc. So he reaches up, he manages to grab. Yeah, he manages to grab the disc with one of his like tentacle arms and hold himself to keep himself from falling into the empty air underneath the disc into like the theater seats.
Go ahead, sorry. Continue.
But you see like from his cheekbone to his forehead explode in a yellow like gory pussy ooze. And you do see a very tiny silver chain and a little anchor that supports his eyes and cements them into the inside of his head.
This creature.
We would say purulent, not pussy, because when you're charting,
it looks like pussy.
Yeah.
If you write it down, it looks like pussy.
They're gonna think it's a cat.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna think.
But it howls in deep pain.
As well it should.
Yeah, because its pussy's out, dude.
And its little eye anchors are out. And I'm really hoping like the goose just like pecks its like fingers.
Vagina?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, if there's time, but I was thinking like first it could just like make it let go. Like the goose stands on the floating disc with its like menacing eyes because it's an angry Canadian goose and just like one at a time pecks a finger so that he can't hold on.
Or a tentacle?
Yeah. Like part of it.
My question is, how did he know to grab onto a thing if he can't see? Like, how did he know where to grab?
Solid
instinct.
question.
Instinct.
Yeah.
He instinctively
he smelled it.
Yeah. He smelled the disc. Arnold, it's your turn.
Okay. So Arnold sees this. Does the orc seem like? I mean, you said he only has a quarter of a face, but he's still obviously alive. And he lost a quarter.
He lost a quarter of his face. He still has 3/4 of his face, which is sort of the most fucked up kids math lesson that I've done on this show. You've also heard your best friend scream in pain from the lobby. So I'm curious as to which side Arnold goes for.
It was. Keep in mind, Arnold. It was like a really manly, cool scream.
Can you give it to me right now, please?
Yeah. Ah!
Ouch! This really hurts.
Yeah. Oh, my big muscles.
You sound like one of those Time Crisis characters.
So I mean, I feel like we've established that I'm pretty familiar with Garion's screams of various, especially his fucks. I know his fucks. So if I heard this, I imagine I would know like the level to which he's in trouble. And given that he's putting some masculinity, he's like trying to make it fancy, I'm like, he'll be okay. But I see that I know that if I help to stop this big thing, whatever's hurting him will die or disappear. That's okay. Or at least that's what we've been told. So I'm trusting that he's okay, or else I'd hear a different fuck from him. So I look at this, this orc with his tentacles, and I cast Shatter directly into his chest if I can. I try.
Okay. I roll for that, right?
Yes. Constitution 13.
Ooh.
Don't tell me what happens. Just give me the number. I don't know how this works. How does my bardic inspiration thing work?
You son of a bitch.
Hang on, let me see. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna cast it just in case, because I don't want anyone to say that I'm cheating with cutting words. But yeah,
hang on. I have to figure out which of my beautiful Libris Arcana subscription dice are gonna give me the best. I'm gonna go for the hand cast resin, which has very sharp edges and is a lot of fun to toy around with. All right. I'm gonna roll a natural 1. So
great dice.
I don't think I saved out of it.
Yes. Okay, cool. So
the dice are still great though, guys. You should go to LibrasArcana.com.
The dice have been doing good by me. I'm not even drinking and I'm still rolling really well. So truly Libris Arcana has cured my alcoholism. You're right. I should.
I'd only for the low price of insert price here.
$16.
You too can beat alcoholism.
All right, Arnold.
I got 15 damage.
Oof. Okay. So how do you cast Shatter, Arnold? I don't remember off the dome.
It's different every time depending on what's in my hand. Sometimes
okay. How do you do it this time?
Sometimes I don't. This time, since I have my crossbow handy right now, I kind of like do like an air guitar thing on it because it's it's the only thing I can do. So I just take it and I'm like, shut up.
I think you fire this crossbow bolt, like you hit this high note and you hit this crossbow string, but the bolt, either on purpose or by accident, flies off this crossbow and like breaks every piece of this half orc's chest as it slams into his torso. You see like a crater form in these white chitinous chest plates for a split second, and then it's surrounded by like yellow ichor as it like bleeds from his chest and drips from his toes. And you hear him like cough orders as the entire theater's worth of like shellfish creatures start to descend down towards your box as this thing clings onto its last 4 health points.
I was so close.
Top of the order, Stevie Wildcard.
I have a question.
Sorry.
Jess first.
Oh, sorry. If something doesn't take up an action, can it go whenever? It still has to like be my turn.
It depends. There are reactions, which are, you can slide those into any point in the turn order, but if it's something that happens on your turn, it's got to stay on your turn. What are you talking about specifically?
Okay. Oh, because I can command the goose to do whatever, and it doesn't take up an action, but I wasn't sure if it probably has to be on my turn.
Technically, the goose did roll initiative, but I just slid it in with your action.
And so my question is, we know for certain if we kill this orc that all the other monsters will die. We're trusting Gary's.
That's what Greg says.
That's what Greg listen. There's a talking lobster named Greg who told you that if you kill this big bad guy, everything else will die. Credible source? I don't know.
We appear to trust Greg.
I mean, Greg has been credible thus far. No reason to doubt him now. I mean, Mel's trusts Stevie Wildcard far less. Especially because you just froze me and I had to have a cow pee on me. So
yeah, you made me
choose your next action wisely.
Blood of horse piss or cow piss.
You made me pee on my friend.
And Mel's not into that.
Yeah, you forced that to happen. It was the only logical course.
I mean, it's kind of Wildcard's thing. Cow pee specifically.
Forcing friends to pee on each other.
Yeah.
That's your kink.
I don't
usually kink shame, but Mel did not consent to that.
It's true. I didn't consent to peeing. It just started happening.
I also didn't consent to have Gareth show up in my pants, but
neither did Gareth.
It's been a real weird day for Mel, and
we're just gonna stroll past Jess admitting that Tess is incontinent.
So Stevie Wildcard doesn't trust that this monster is just to save Garion over here. Stevie Wildcard doesn't trust that this monster will end this horde because he's seen these creatures before.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know that I have, but I have. So he reaches into his deck and he pulls out a card and launches it into the air.
Okay.
The card explodes and like this like mist just kind of swirls around it and like kind of entrenches everyone in the party.
Okay.
and we are suddenly warped.
Damn, he started vaping.
Yeah, that was a hell of a vape. 420 blaze it.
Damn, I never should have hit that shit. Now I got warped.
All right, Stevie Wildcard. Pull a card out of that deck for me.
Oh, guys. I'm not going to cheat either. I could very easily but
yeah, I can't tell. I don't know if you guys are actually rolling dice.
I've been pulling these all night. 8 of diamonds this time. Oh.
An 8 of diamonds. Okay. You are all squeezed like a tube of toothpaste from the middle. So you feel centrifugal force your bowels into your toes and your entrails into your skull. Except for you, Gareth, because you've felt this before.
I'd be
familiar
teleporting
with this sensation.
Yeah, I'd be doing that.
You all hurtle through gray space that almost looks like you're traveling through thunderclouds. There's like the distant echo of concussive force that you feel is close to you and far away and in the middle space, but you can't see anything happening until a knife-shaped shape. No way, dude.
Nice. Go ahead. A knife-shaped.
Let him cook.
He's cooking over here. It's
What's
potato salad at the moment, but we're hoping it changes.
What is the shape of it?
It's knife-shaped.
Oh, a knife shape. We should have said. Okay.
A knife?
Where does the knife shape go? In the square hole.
A knife-shaped silhouette explodes from the clouds around you and punctures Stevie Wildcard through the shoulder and pulls him into the gray clouds. Stevie Wildcard, what are your last
words?
Lead? Yeah, what are your last words to this party that you've seen rise and fall across every timeline?
You're the only ones that can. And I reach into my deck, and as I'm just about to leave through the clouds, launch 2 more cards into the hands of Garion and Tess.
Oh shit.
Before I'm consumed by the nether around them.
Okay. Eat it. I think you all see Stevie Wildcard valiantly hurl cards towards you. Gareth and Tess, I don't think you have to roll to catch them. I think the rule of cool will just say that you snatch them out of the midair.
With
and
chopsticks?
Then you do use your hot Cheeto chopsticks that you started the episode.
I was making a Karate Kid joke, but
does Tess just grab it with your mouth like as a cow? Do you just jump
I do think Tess grabs it with her mouth.
Yeah, and she does start to nibble, but only on the edges.
A little
politely.
Yeah, a gentle nibble.
Just a few little niblets.
And then you feel hard cobblestones on your feet as all of you are hurled into one of the dark alleys somewhere in Waterdeep as the dark storm clouds fade behind you.
Did everyone come out with us?
No, it's just you. Stevie Wildcard is not there.
No, I mean,
but Greg's with
Josh
us.
Pat.
Oh, Josh Pat's fine. Josh Pat is for sure with you. Take a breath, Bessie. It's fine.
Greg.
And then Greg is also sitting on the cow, and he says, "That was bullshit.
That was the craziest play ever.
I'm not ever going back to that opera house again." Really quick before we leave, Stevie Wildcard, where can our lovely audience find you across socials, and what are you working on right now that you want to shout out?
So you can find me pretty much anywhere on TikTok, Twitter, or Instagram at Stevie Wildcard. I am Anthony's best friend. We've known each other since high school. We have a podcast together called We Have Issues. It is also on YouTube. I'm sure Arnold/Anthony has pitched that.
We are currently he doesn't let us sell our stuff at all. He's just he cuts us off. He's like, let's talk about Livers Arcana.
I've never cut you off.
He's like, no, every time. He's like, it's time to leave. And I'm like, oh, can we just pitch what we do a little bit, please? And he's like, no. But yeah.
Well, I mean, Alex got the whole shrimp French toast farm. We Have Issues. If you really dive into if you watch all the episodes that we have, you'll put the pieces together and realize we came up with that. But anyways, we're also working on Deathless Chew. It was fully funded on Kickstarter. You can always go to our website, wehaveissuespodcast.com.
I'm so stoked for that comic. I'm going to buy it day one. Pre-day one if I can. Stevie Wildcard, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Hopefully we get to have you back because you were a tremendous guest and your character is like a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun to play, and I'll keep trying to build. By the way, the douchey hat and all that, this was just how I was described. So I did my best to kind of, this is like my duster. I have like my wedding vest. I was like trying to put it together. But then the hat going on the headphones, not so good. Like it kind of sucked, but
incredible. Anyway.